Estate Militia Actual Play. The Red Wires begin a deep reconnaissance of the water treatment plant where Red Hot and his crew are being held. Juliette enjoys the idea of shooting Knight Errant far too much. Improv comes up with a plan that only involves a few thousand pounds of explosives. Kennel remembers the helicopters, and Horatio takes to the sky in a trusted drone. It's time to begin episode 54. Use it as, what you call it.
What kind of building is that? It does look like a good spot for a captive place because it's in the center of the compound.
This used to have been of where they would have started the actual filtering process. Phase 1 is when everything first comes in, starts getting bold and all that.
Is this
two,
a potable water station, or is this like a sewage treatment?
Potable water,
Okay.
drinkable water. The next area is where they just started putting in chlorine and all that sort of stuff to actually clean the water, get all that stuff out.
Do we have a marker on his crew? And why do we care about?
You have his comm link.
Yeah. And we have the comm link that Horatio put in him that they don't know he has, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I believe that that's probably where everyone's being held. Because, they're not going to put him in the same cell, but they'll put him in the cell beside them or something, right? Because they don't want, if his head bomb goes off, we don't know if it's the frag grenade version. Because if he's being escorted around by this other group, giving him the frag grenade version is a good way for the other group to make sure nobody takes him. Because it looks like someone's going to take him. Someone just detonates it, and then they all go down as well. So you wouldn't want him in the same room with his people, right?
That's smart, yeah.
Hey, if this is a place where they make water that you can drink, can we just crawl through a pipe and just sneak in and be like, surprise, mother fragger?
It's a possibility.
We can look into something like that. Does this place look active?
It does not appear that they're currently using it to actually treat water and everything, no. But there are a lot of people here.
Yeah.
Just going around the outside, you've seen about a dozen people posted up.
Now, given where we are, this would actually be, if we wanted to hit this place, we would bring the snipers in.
Ooh, yeah.
Right?
This might actually be a time for the war van.
Yeah, because we drive the war van to the door. The snipers are in their trash ghillie suits. Because they have they have the very long range sniper rifle, they can be pretty far away, which means they'll probably be able to get into position. They're like local barons dudes. They're gonna be carrying a duffel bag with a rifle and a ghillie suit in it. They don't look particularly out of place. right. So we crashed through in the war van. We have our dudes with us. We have us, and we had 4 sniper teams, right?
You had 3.
Okay, well, even with 3, we can still get almost total coverage.
Well, we give him some cram beforehand, so that's 2 shots around, or 6 shots a combat turn, right?
Well, you guys had 6 snipers.
Yeah, we had set it up as teams
3
of 2, 1 spotter and 1 shooter.
But they both had rifles.
Yeah, well, you want them in teams of 2 anyway, because that way, if they hit a guy and he doesn't die, then his partner gets the follow-up shot. And remember, they'll all be at a +1 because they're pie-tacked.
We need to train them with leadership so they can use leadership on the other sniper.
I'll just get on a conference call and just start bouncing from person to person, telling them what to do. But it's cool if we're going to bring in the long guns. That's fine, but. Yo, man, we ain't going to gun down all these cops, man. It took me a month to get a good night of sleep after, what happened in that garage.
These aren't cops. They it looks like they've just appropriated the symbols, right, as a way to scare people.
Yeah, that's what we told ourselves with the last group we dealt with. It was just a drug deal, and look how that turned out, man.
Kennel, we are going to use gel rounds. It will be fine.
Wait, but what's going to happen if they open up that duffel bag and they see that it's all kaboom in there?
Well, then it goes kaboom.
It's done. Improv said it would only knock people out. It's fine.
Oh no! If it's inside a closed area, they will definitely all die. Definitely.
Yeah, but they all have armor. They'll be fine, right? They're all wearing that body armor stuff.
Yes,
absolutely. Come on, man. I've been shot by so many gel rounds. They just hurt a little bit. They leave a bruise. Ain't no way those things are going to kill you.
You guys have only seen the outside. You guys have yet to look inside at all.
Yes. So like, I mean, we don't know where this thing. But I mean, in character improv is just saying like, if you get hit by 400 gel rounds in less than a second, your body is going to disintegrate.
You're gonna be Horatio.
You're gonna be real fucking dead. For real dead. Like.
I'm just having that action movie moment where the one corrupt cop opens up the duffel bag, looks in, and sees the countdown timer. Because of course every bomb has a countdown timer, and they always open it with like 3 seconds to go. And just that look on the face, right before the orange explosion takes him in half.
I mean, pretty much.
Okay, so this current plan is the dump truck option with added snipers for spot.
Yeah, dump truck and our guys with the snipers on the outside. Your outriders can roll around the perimeter to see, because if they have, if anyone's coming back or something, they can intercept them. And then you have us plus plus a bunch of tooled up orcs and trolls. That's pretty good.
Wait, now we were doing that secret code talk with Red Hot, and talking about how bringing out the B team, where he gets all his tightest bros to come with him, and we'll go do some hardcore Barons cleaning, like all of us together. What if we do that and we get them out of that base? I really don't like the idea of going into like if you're a dragon and you're trying to kill the knights, like you don't try to crawl into the castle because they probably got like traps and like machine guns. But what if we get the knights out like riding their horses and they're like on the highway? Because I don't know why you'd have a horse on a highway, but you just roll with me. And instead we come up and we use our own machine guns to chop the horse's legs off, and then we steal our boys and we run away. I think that'd be easier than trying to go into their castle place.
Maybe. But the one thing though is that this place is probably like one of their main locations. And if we take this out, they're gonna have a real hard time coming at us because everybody will be dead.
Well, yeah, but what if we wait till we know Red Hot and his crew are out of there? There's pipes that gotta be going in here. I mean, if they make water, they gotta have like something coming in there. And what if we just pour explosive stuff in all the pipes so it goes all over the place, and then we blow the whole thing up through the pipes?
As far as I'm aware, it's not.
As far as not move. Go ahead, Ez.
No, just saying. As far as we know, it's currently non-operational. Is the thing, right?
We don't know when they're moving these guys or how they do it, right?
Yeah.
You think maybe we should wait till we can get a call out to Red Hot and ask him what he thinks? I mean, maybe he can feed us some more information. What if he can take pictures with the comlink, or turn into big circles so we can see everything that he's got going over there?
He might call when we're going to get the boys in the van, and then we can do some improvisational planning.
Well, we're gonna
see what I did there.
You mean Improv is gonna go in with us? Like I didn't get that, man. What? Are you saying we're gonna sell Improv to the cops to get Red Hot out?
No, we're gonna adapt.
By the way, Mr. GM, what kind of vehicles are in the vehicle bay? Or outside in the parking lot, I guess.
The one that you saw was a Roadmaster and Red Hot's Charger. That's just what you guys saw on the outside.
Mr. GM, question for you, sir. The image that you posted up, I'm not expecting that to be 100% accurate because we're kind of limited to what we can find on the internet. Is the area big enough that we can drive a vehicle between the buildings by chance?
Oh yeah. There are like catwalks and stuff connecting each of these buildings.
Yeah.
But yes, you could drive in between.
That right there could make things a lot easier. I mean, what if we just figure out a way to blow out the wall where Red Hot is? We drive the war machine up there, he loads up, and then we just haul tail out.
Yeah, it works.
It's possible. Yeah. I think we probably could take this place, especially if we have the sniper teams on the outside, because that is a lot of fire support.
Well, and then remember, these areas have been barricaded. Like I specifically said that, like each of these areas have like a barricade in them that you're gonna have to run through as well, or blow up, whichever.
True, but I mean, I'm gonna be honest. If we're in that battle truck, that thing is gonna break through most stuff, right?
Yeah, most likely. Like it's not like they have like full on like solid concrete barricades. It's mostly like they've taken like heavy scrap and stuff and just stacked it up the best they could.
Yeah.
Mr. GM, question for you, sir. I have not used any of my downtime for the last 2 sessions that we had. Would you mind if I rolled some dice to train my cockatrices real quick, Lack?
Not at all.
Let me just double check my dice pools. I'll be just a second. Wow. Wow, that was no hits to my established dominance. That's 1 day wasted. There we go. Fuck yeah. 8 days. 15 days. And I have my cockatrices trained in attack.
Cool.
Okay, so I got an idea. I know it's going to sound crazy because I know how much you guys love the cockatrices because they're real sweet. They're good kids. I mean, when they're not, disemboweled and stuff. But what if we want to cause a little bit of chaos and we back the truck up and out jump the cockatrices and they go running through and they mess up all these cops because they ain't going to hurt the cops because they can paralyze people just by touching them with their tail. And I'll just tell them, I'll be like, hey, babies, just paralyze everybody. And this way, we're not like trying to murder cops, but like they're gonna know what to do when giant chickens attack them.
So we taking over this facility? How much they got in there?
This would be the kind of thing where we'd have to stake it out for a little while because there's a lot of considerations, right?
Yeah.
Well, I think what we should do is we'll send the fly spy up. We'll land it somewhere discreet. We'll turn it wirelessly off, and then a day later maybe turn it on and fly it home. What do you guys think of that?
I'm fine with that.
Sounds good.
I like planning. Planning works for me.
Oh, you guys don't want to go in here all half cocked?
I mean, I do it, but it's objectively not the smart thing to do.
Okay, so what are you doing?
Well, I'm gonna fly this little fly spy
Okay.
and try and land it somewhere discreet where it can get a good view of this whole.
All right, just make me a sneaking check. And what do you have this slave to?
Improv stack.
All right, Improv, would you
Ooh,
make me...
That's correct, because I don't have an RCC.
No, you do. You have the Maersk Spider.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. I think it's still worthwhile to have it on
Yep.
Improv and not run through the RCC.
For recon, it is always better to have your stuff slave to a deck versus an RCC. RCCs don't have sleeves.
Yeah. You want logic with sleeves?
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll still edge 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so 11. That was 11 hits. Sorry, guys. I had that as GM rule from before.
For 11
Okay.
hits, don't worry. We're okay with that. For 11 hits, you keep on doing you.
Okay. So yeah, you're completely invisible on the Matrix, Horatio. Your flash bar's nice in a place nice and subtle.
So I will then program it to record and go wirelessly off for 24 hours.
Okay. Where do you want to put it exactly?
Anywhere where it could get a good view of the whole compound. So maybe on a nearby building on the roof. You said there were like water towers?
Yes. I don't know if you've ever seen like a water treatment plant. They're not very tall.
Yeah, so the tallest thing around here.
It's not a great place, but you are able to put it up over here, up on the top left, of where it's watching out over the majority of this place. It's fairly well hidden and all that, but it's not very high. So while it's the tallest part of the whole area, there's still some sight lines that you're not quite perfect with, at least for it just to be sitting there.
I'm okay with that.
So after 24 hours, it comes back online.
I'll fly it back as quickly as I can, and I'll send the footage that it has to the rest of the crew.
Okay. So what are you looking for with it? Like, what do you want to get out of it?
If they move the prisoners anywhere, a rough estimation of how many different people we see, how well armed and alert they seem to be.
Okay. Starting with moving prisoners, you actually never see them move. And the medallion that you have on Red Hot never moves more than like a couple of meters. It seems like he never leaves that building, or he's not allowed to leave that building.
Does he call us at any time during that period?
No. He's playing it patient. To be fair, he's probably not even 100% sure that you guys are even going to come after this place. But you are able to get the northern sides, at least on the outside, they're guard routes. For the most part, there's a couple of places, there's a couple of times they'll disappear and then come back into frame somewhere else. But it does seem that they seem to keep more on the perimeter. And in between each of the buildings, there will occasionally be like a group of 2 guards who will come through, as well as like the occasional person going back and forth, carrying something, partying, whatever. But
sorry, Mr. GM, did you say the occasional person partying? Did I hear that correct?
Yes.
Like as in the people working here are partying, or it's like random passersby are trying to enter?
The people here. In specifically these buildings right here, the set of 2 over here, there's a lot of foot traffic, both in and around. It seems to be a lot louder over here than it is the rest of the facility from what you can tell.
Which building was the heavy foot traffic? Which color?
The orange and yellow.
Okay.
Seems to be much more foot traffic and everything. People on their off time, people just chilling out, doing their own thing. A lot of people just outside talking, playing games, like Matrix games or something like that.
Oh, so that's probably their barracks, don't you think, guys?
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know what vehicles we have, but I have a lot of info. What kind of fence is that?
I believe the GM said it was tissue paper and tongue depressors.
Okay, so what we do...
It's chain link with razor wire.
All right, so what we do is there's that nice spot. That's a slot, and we go all federal building on that.
I have no problem with that.
Just
All right.
Just load a couple thousand pounds of info into a car, easy.
Oh, maybe if we put some of those gel rounds in there, we can make it like a giant stun bomb.
Yeah, I mean, we're just knocking them out. I mean, we're not trying to blow them up. Like, if you're using that as like the like a propellant to stun them, I mean, that's cool, man. But yo, if we go full improv on this building and it is full of cops, remember
these aren't cops, man.
Remember the helicopters? I'm just saying, remember the helicopters. Now,
these aren't cops.
What, they're going to keep spiders on site? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Well, I mean, the way they're behaving outside doesn't look very cop-like.
Wait, you mean are these all spiders pretending to be cops?
Yeah, that's what I've been saying.
Those dirty motherfraggers.
Yeah.
Right?
So, okay. How many people do we see like actually walking around outside, like over that period? How many people did we kind of see walking around outside? Like, I mean, we had the patrols, but like, what was the number?
As far as different people that you're 100% sure different, just in the area that you can see, because you can't really see the backside of everything, you get probably 20 to 30 people on top of a dozen and a half that you guys know were on the outside.
So, yeah, that's a lot. However, if we kill a lot of them when that entire building ceases to exist, and we have the snipers, and we have the battle van, and we have our guys who are all pie-tacked up, and ourselves, I'm pretty sure we can do it.
What if remember when we went out to the plastic jungles and we was getting all that stuff so that we could set up the farm? Why don't we just do the gas trick, but use some of that sleepy time gas that we can get? And this way they all go to sleep, and we don't get the army coming down to try to kill us again.
I mean, it's possible, I guess. The problem is, I don't think we're going to be able to disperse the gas widely enough.
Well, what if Juliette's grenadier guys? What if they just fill up their grenades with some sleepy gas?
Maybe.
I just don't see it affecting people quickly enough. That's all. Right?
Well, I mean, but as long as we do what Horatio said about making these some stun bombs, I mean, that sounds pretty good. I mean, I don't care if we kill the spiders, but I don't want no more cops being dead because of us, because they're going to start coming after us.
You could throw more of that pepper stuff.
I do got these big arms.
Use it as like what'd you call it? Denial, area denial, right? Because they're probably going to be coming out of those other buildings. So if you throw the gas at those other buildings, it'll take them longer to get to us.
That's true. I mean, yeah, we can absolutely start building into that direction if you guys want. I'm fine with that. I have no issue building whatever bomb you guys want, lethal or non-lethal.
Oh well, those aren't really cops, so it's okay. You can save the gel for something else. For
Yeah, I
another
mean,
stuff.
if that building's where, like, if I mean, y'all the ones looking at the footage. If y'all saying that building is just where they keep the spiders that's pretending to be cops, yeah, I don't give a druck about them. But I just
Okay, well, because
Good.
because like the spiders, if there are cops here, which I'm not sure, but if there are, they're not going to be sleeping in that same area, right? They're going to have a nicer spot. They're not sleeping with that riffraff.
yeah, I mean, I've met spiders. Them fools, they ain't cool at all. I wouldn't want to live with them.
Yeah, exactly.
Mr.
Because-
GM, the people in the FBA, did they have helmets with full face masks on, or was it just body armor?
It was just body armor.
And to remember, there's going to be 8 shots of APDS sniper per, 16, because they're on average going to have 2 passes. So on average, 16 APDS sniper shots every, which is pretty good.
I'm also thinking with the Grenadiers for Juliette's Outriders, if all 5 of them have grenade launchers and they each drop, say, pepper punch or
There's
or
only
something.
2.
Okay, even
Have to
still, like
understand that there's only
if we find a fortified position and they drop a grenade on the fortified position with pepper punch, that's going to take care of everybody that's in there, and that will help
I
to
mean,
greatly reduce numbers.
Yeah, pepper punch grenades. No, they've only got flashbang, high explosive, and thermal smoke.
Oh well, there's a deal on Saturday for pepper punch.
So if you guys can get me the pepper punch grenades, we'll use them.
They sell it by the gallon.
We do have an armory facility and we have a demolitions facility, so we could just buy the pepper punch and fill our own grenades that way. Just get some mini grenades and we'll be good.
Let's do it. As long as I'm not using them.
Might be time to call Zap and see if he's got any mini chemical grenades, like the mini gas ones.
Yeah, he would have as many as you want.
We'd only have to make a few of them.
Right.
What kind of grenade launchers do they have? And like, what's the
They've
magazine
got
capacity?
let me double check. They have 20.
They have the
24.
GL12, yeah, with 24 rounds in it.
Good.
Because extended mags.
Oh,
Jeez.
wow. I wasn't expecting
disgusting.
that. Good lord, I was not expecting that.
Yeah.
That's almost as bad as the belt-fed drone with the grenade
And
launcher.
this is why there are 2 grenadiers on her little commando team.
Okay, what if we say with the Grenadiers, we give them each, say, 3
They can
CS grenades, and then fill the rest
Yeah,
with
they
something
can-
else?
Yeah, it works. I mean, they can put down 6 between the 2 of them. They can put down 6 pepper punch grenades in a single pass.
Oh god, the burst fire. That's right.
Tee hee. So, initial round of pepper punch grenades and then flashbangs after.
Sure.
Or do we not care about casualties here?
I remember I have a negative quality that says I have to care about anything that looks like cops. I can't kill
Alright.
cops.
Flashbangs it is.
I mean that's good because it creates confusion, right?
Hey
Mm-hmm.
boys, can we spare a couple mooks to hotwire vehicles, because this is really starting to add up. I want to actually see, million out of this. Want a pat on the back
Well, I mean,
from
we're-
Heatwave?
We're getting Juliette in that we won't be putting up money, right?
We're giving a pat on the back from Heatwave.
I mean, she's pretty strong, so it'd be a good pat on the back.
I mean, unless your patch is made of orichalcum.
Isn't that the stuff they put on the nachos at the Stuffer Shack?
Oh my god.
I thought you said the orange talcum, like the cheese powder. I'm sorry, I'm still kind of high. Excuse me, sorry for that. But look, think about it. Think about it. All the stuff we gonna be able to grab whatever they got inside. Yo, what if they got some of that like body armor in your size? Like, what if we try to get some of that while we're in there?
Yes, please.
They have
Fine.
guns and
Just-
stuff, right?
Just promise me we're going to stick around long enough to take everything that's not nailed down. Okay, please. Tell me,
Yeah,
please.
we will stick around as long as we gotta stick around till like the job is done. It's all good. It's all good. Don't you
Good.
worry.
And this is the point where she goes to pick through the the cannon fodder to see who has what was it, proficiency with, I think it would be what, electronics?
To hotwire some vehicles?
Yes.
So what? I'm
That
sorry.
would be
Maybe
a solid and none of them.
maybe I missed. What do we need the extra vehicles for? Because again, I'm trying to keep my mic as muted as possible, but
Juliette because Juliette is absolutely focused on actually making a profit from whatever she does, and she sees absolutely no profit in getting Horatio patched.
To be fair, we are also talking about the possibility of reducing our monthly rent, which is a lot, like the tribute drugs and the money that we kick back to them. So that's direct profit off of that.
This is true.
And also, if we get Horatio in as basically a captain with the crush, then we get a lot more jobs that way, because we'll have one of ours at the top level of the crush.
Yeah.
And we won't have to worry about somebody banging at our door and threatening us and laying siege to our fortress.
And when you think about it, if he is Baron's Jesus, he could turn our rainwater collection system into 40s. Huh?
I mean, after I awaken, I will totally do that.
Don't you have like 0.2 essence?
0.09.
That's almost a 10.
I'll leave that there.
And if you follow the math of we always round up in Shadowrun, he's technically got 1. He's good.
So, I could awaken to 1 magic and then be immediately burnt out. It's fine.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay. So, where are we going with this?
So which vehicle are we sacrificing to fill up with explosives? Because I'm going to need to get that set up.
I hate to say it, but I think it should be one of the Gophers.
Yeah, probably.
Because it needs to be strong enough to
make it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we've proven that we have a penchant for finding more vehicles, so I'm not too worried. The only thing I am concerned about is the Gophers that we have are years out, like years out 4.
I mean, I don't really want to sacrifice the Humvee.
No. And it is going to get shot at when it approaches, so we don't just want to steal an Americar, because it could very well get disabled, right?
I mean, you have the Stallion.
Yes, we want to keep the Stallion. That is a very nice vehicle. A very nice vehicle.
Yeah, Stallions are pretty awesome.
Yeah. We want to keep that if at all possible.
I mean, I'm kind of fine with sacrificing the Yersed Out, because it'll put the fear into them and help spread our name.
Aha.
I don't want to metagame, but we could also pull a Gwisham and steal the garbage truck.
But then it's harder to control, right? I mean, I'm fine sacrificing 1 car to do this. Plus, like Winston said, it's the kind of thing that sends a message.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's part of me. I'm used to trying to do the 0 residual presence, and I keep forgetting the shithole gangbangers who want the world to know what they're doing. So, yeah. So let's take one of the Gophers, and if anything, it has extra armor on it, so it should be able to soak up any shots coming its way for a little while.
Yeah.
And I mean, to be fair, for gangers, right? The louder you are, and the more badass you look, the more likely you're going to get vassal gangs, and people are not going to step on you when you roll in, right? Because you don't want to deal with that.
I understand these guys are crazy. They literally used a metric ton of explosives to get their buddy out of lockup. It's gonna be real fun when the GM throws the FBI on us.
Gosh, I can't imagine.
This is the 6th world. That's every other Tuesday.
No, not for using explosives, but they're gonna call us for like securities fraud, because we are having a direct impact on the cost of fertilizer across the entire UCAS since we use so much ANFO.
The IRS gets called in.
It's market manipulation. That's what we're going to be arrested for.
I'm terrified of the 6th World IRS.
When Shadowrunners even pay their taxes, you know something is terrifyingly wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, it's canon that they will hire runners to break into AAAs to steal the actual financial data so that they can tax them correctly.
So we're going to load up one of the Gophers with a whole lot of kaboom. We'll have snipers that will position around the neighborhood, probably at a fairly long range, but they're snipers. They have all the time in the world to take aim actions.
Also, they'll get a +1 from the Python.
And we'll have Juliette's outriders in position to swoop about and cause chaos, with the grenadiers ready to drop at first pepper punch into what appears to be any fortified positions. Follow that with flashbangs and maybe some thermal smoke after that, or just a shitload of flashbangs, whichever works. Then we send in the gopher with the explodies. That will take out the barracks with all the spiders in it, and then we come in high speed in the war wagon, the battle van. We blow the wall, we get Red Hot and his guys out, and then we haul ass out of there. Does that sound about right?
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Games, be they tabletop or online, can make for the most unexpected memories. I was sitting in what is now the nursery editing this episode, and I had forgotten exactly when we recorded this session until after we were done playing. It was my firstborn's birthday, with this party being the very next morning, so, for me, up before sunrise to decorate a park and cook food for 30 or so little kids, and their assorted parents. Well, a day or two before this, though, my wife was finally able to receive an ultrasound, and we got to see who was growing inside of her, and I got to hear his heartbeat for the first time. And I shared this with this outstanding group of people that I play games with. You join a game of Shadowrun for pretend terrorism and machine gun combat and those perfectly timed critical glitches that make everything so exciting. You don't really think that you'll be months deep into a weekly game with people you've known for years, telling them about your second child's ultrasound, right after calculating how much Anfo explosives will be necessary to level a multi-story building. Games, be they tabletop or online, can make for the most unexpected memories. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.